All right, let's go to the story now. Our next guest is Lebo Mfeka, who is a mother who recently took the big step by enrolling her grade 8 child at a boarding school here in Johannesburg for the first time. And she joins us to reflect on this, I guess, a very emotional journey, the challenges and adjustments and what this transition means for both parents and, of course, the child as well. Sis Lebo, thank you so much for your time. And I'm so glad to be having this discussion. I cannot imagine what it must be like for, maybe let me start with you as the parent. I would be terrified. Yes. Taking a decision to send your child to boarding school. Mommy and daddy are not there to ensure that there is discipline, but I'm sure the discipline over the years is going to carry your child. But I mean, what made you decide to take your child, to boarding school? It must have been a very difficult decision to make.
Well, Griselda, thank you so much for having me. For me, it was a 50-50 difficult decision to make. One, we understand, sorry for the noise, I'm currently at St. Benedict's. We are here for the first team I think is playing now. So we can hear everyone is excited. So this is what I've now signed up to without really even knowing beforehand.
Wow.
But anyway, I'm very excited. Yeah. So basically, you reach a point where you look at your surrounding, you look at the environment, the economic, and whatever it is happening around you. And with our kids now growing up, they are so much into their phones. You try to engage with them as much as possible. You try to get involved in their lives. But because you are the parent, and they will just do whatever it is they want. So we thought, especially this one, is a baby of the household, a boy, And I felt that he needed other skills, critical skills for him to survive in this very difficult, because things have turned. We're not like in our years where it is easier.
Yeah.
Now it's very difficult. We need other skills beyond what I can offer and Daddy can offer. And obviously it's something that it's not about shipping a child over to and hand them over to another person and negate obviously responsibilities. However, it was something that we're doing for him, and that made me feel okay with making that decision, because I know I've seen the products of that school, JEPI. I've seen them, and I know that the discipline that I've installed in him will be added, because they are a very disciplined school. They teach them life skills, they teach them love, they teach them care. And for me, I'm an advocate for mental health. I believe in healing to be the better version of yourself. And I am working with women and kids to ensure that they are healing, or they're healed, so that they can find themselves. So what better way it is to start now in the ground level. So for my son, I realized that going there will help him mentally to adapt to whatever it is that's happening, things that I don't understand as a parent, because I'm not a 2000, like they say.
Yes.
The Gen Zs are totally different to us, the way they relate, the way they do things. And I find that sometimes that causes a conflict, and the school is equipped to help this boy become a better version of himself, for him to be able to live and compete in this highly competitive world that we're living in. So it was scary at first, but looking at, lucky enough, I've got other friends that have got their kids there.
Yes.
I've seen that, and obviously you go through orientation, you get to engage with the teachers, and you get to understand the values that the school has, and for me, the one thing I was always terrified about was bullying.
Yes.
And that's the reason why I never thought of taking my kids there, exposing them to that life, because that's damaging them more than helping them, as I am trying to do. So, I mean, you see the school, you walk in, you see the kids are respectful. They know who they are. They are proud to wear the blazer. They are proud to be there. They are men. The ones that have grown, they're men, they're responsible, they care for each other. And you'll never find one shouting or bullying or pushing around another. They've taken them and cared for them, because this shows that with men as well, you can be kind, you can love, you can hug, you can show affection. It does not make you weak. And I resonate with that type of grounding and shaping our youth.
Yeah, and I mean, Sis Lebo, at some point you're going to have to let go. Yeah, whether they have to go to university or to college or wherever it is. So I guess the both of you have decided on that step now. I mean, what was the hardest part? Having to reach that decision as you've described it. I mean, what was the first day like dropping your son off? And I mean, I cannot imagine what this was like. I remember being dropped off at where I was due to stay. I only left home when I went to university. So when I was dropped off, it was just the most terrifying experience. So I mean, what was it like for you? And you're thinking, okay, I have to let go, and you can only but hope for the best.
Absolutely. I mean, I think he gave me the strength to let go. Seeing him comfortable, seeing him happy, seeing him wanting to be there, because automatically, I mean, my boy is someone that he's not, we'd be going to the doctor, for instance, and I would have to speak on his behalf. And whenever we're looking for something, like, Mom, please ask. But the minute we dropped him off, when we got there at the school, he went to the hostel master and shook his hand and introduced himself.
Wow.
And for me, that was okay. It gave me a reality check to say he is actually ready and has accepted. So me holding on and trying to feel bad or sad, whatever, he will pick up on that and it will hold him back and he will feel bad. Yeah. But the minute I saw him comfortable and confident and wanting to learn and do things, because for me, it was heartbreaking. He's not a communicator. You'll send them messages, you call them, they'll ignore you. But since he's been there, yes. So since he's been there, the minute they give him the phone for an hour, since he's been there, every time he gets his phone, he sends me a message, we've got our phones. And I'm like, okay, you're going to call me because I don't want to impose. It's like, yeah, and then he phones me. And then he starts talking.
Sis Lebo, it just came to the top of my mind. Part of those conversations, I don't mean to pry, but I mean, I'm sure he's missing food at home already because that's the first.
He wants me to bring him back.
Okay.
He does. He's like, food is fine. I need you to bring me snacks. I'm like, okay, let's look at this realistically. You are home. You never used to eat sweets every day. You never used to eat snacks every day. Why must I give you more than what I had given you? Because but no, everyone else has, So I thought, sometimes those are the type of things that you need to also bend your rules a bit,
Yes.
So that, he's giving it all. So I might as well also succumb to it and get more sweet and hope and trust that it will be monitored and he'll not forget that eating healthy.
Yeah, and just in your conversations with him, apart from the food and the snacks, are there any concerns or fears that he raised with you? Starting grade 8 at a boarding school. There's so many fears, meeting, new friends, making new friends, having to deal with, not necessarily directly having the support of your parents, as you study and try to navigate this new phase of your life. Any fears or concerns that he raised with you that you had to allay?
No, not even, hey, Griselda, because luckily for him, 4 of his friends have joined the school as well.
Oh,
which
nice.
have made the transition. So he does have people with him that obviously he's known most of his life. They started primary together, been together from grade 1. So these are the people that he's known most of his sweethearts. So the transition was much better. And having an older brother, one of the friends has got an older brother who's in grade 11. So that brought a bit of comfort as well. Yes. But I love this because, it has opened him up as well to different types of people coming from different areas. Because now, with the boarding school, it's not just people in your area, in your community. You need to now understand there's people that come from, Limpopo and all other parts of the province.
Yes, absolutely.
But a different environment altogether. from what he's used to. And for me, I think it is important for people to understand that we don't live in silos. You know, when in the future you need to engage and interact with people from different parts of the world, and
Yes.
it helps you to learn that skill whilst you're still young. So for me, that I was very excited about. The fears, the fear was bullying, because you can hear people, no one will admit that there's bullying in school, you know? So that was still my thing to say, what if there's that naughty boy who tries to do it, and my son won't be strong enough or brave enough to mention it, you know? But that is just my fear, and I'm hoping and praying to God that it does not get there. And I must say, that is about the only fear. And him losing stuff, it's one of those things that I've also accepted. But we haven't lost anything yet this year. So I'm quite happy in a week,
Sis Lebo, I must congratulate you as a parent. As parents, this is really, really, what is his name?
Rorisang.
Rorisang Mfeka.
Rory? Yeah. Yes.
Well, good luck to you, Rorisang Mfeka. Grade 8 at the Jeppies Boys Boarding School, right?
That's correct, yes.
At the Jeppies Boys Boarding School, doing grade 8. Rorisang Mfeka, parents taking a very big step of enrolling him there. He'll start at a boarding school. Lebo, thank you so much for chatting to us here on SABC News. I think many parents will be able to identify with all that you've spoken about, the fears of taking your child to, boarding school and having to let go. And of course, the kids sometimes missing home, but of course, gaining some much needed skills also, having to interact with other children at these institutions and, getting guidance from their teachers. And it really is a great story that has certainly inspired me today. Thank you very much indeed.